Hello my dear students, I welcome you all to another session. We learnt a beautiful poem from your English literature book, chapter 5, There Will Come Soft Rains by Sarah Teasdale. Now let's learn something about the poet. Sarah Teasdale was an American poet. She was born in the year 1884. Some of her poems are Helen of Troy, Sonnets to Deuce, Dark of the Moon and Stars Tonight. She won the Columbia Poetry Prize, now known as the Pulitzer Prize for Poetry, in the year 1980. Now, what is the poet trying to convey us through this poem? Shall we learn that? The poem talks of how mankind would perish on account of war, but the natural cycles continue forever. One day, gentle rain will fall and bring with it the scent of damp earth. Swallows will fly in circles while letting out their brilliant call. Frogs will sing out from their ponds in the night, and the white blossoms of wild plum trees will flutter. Robins, in their fiery red coat of feathers, will sing out to their heart's content while perching on the wire of a low fence. Now, the mood is slowly changing. The happiness is not there now. Not a single one of these animals will have any awareness of the war, nor will any of them care when it finally ends. In fact, nothing in nature, neither the birds nor the blossoming trees, would care at all if human beings went completely extinct. Even spring herself would, upon waking up in the morning, hardly notice that human beings no longer existed. There will come soft rains and the smell of the ground, and swallows circling with their shimmering sound, and frogs in the pools singing at night, and wild plum trees in tremulous white. Robins will wear their feathery fire, whistling their whims on a low fence wire. And not one will know of the war, not one will care at last when it is done. Not one would mind, neither bird nor tree, if mankind perished utterly. And spring herself, when she woke at dawn, would scarcely know that we were gone. Sarah Teasdale. Now, let us quickly do the mind map. First stanza. This stanza involves the peaceful clashing of both worlds. Soft rains. The poetess, she talks about the soft rains here. Soft rains symbolize a silent war that constantly rages, yet causes no harm. In the second stanza, the poet describes nature in its natural habitat. The frogs represent all of nature and the pools represent natural environment. In the stanza 3, coexistence of both worlds. The fence wire represents mankind and the robins represent nature. So till now we were very happy, right, listening to the poem. Now the mood completely changes. The mood changes to a serious one. The second half of the poem describes how nature and spring would not notice if all of humankind was at war. So think about a situation when there is a war in our country. Through this poem, the poet points out to the world that war is unnecessary and will only result to its separation from nature. So let us love nature. Okay, my dear students. So what is the value we learned from the poem? The cycles of nature are more powerful than human beings. Once again I repeat, the cycles of nature are more powerful than human beings. So meet you all in the next video. Thank you.